Our next guests on Smarter San Diego TV are the youngest female champions in AVP history. Please welcome Kelley Larsen and Betsi Flint.
How about it?
Yes.
Champions.
Thanks for being here, girls.
AVP history are here. Welcome to the show.
Thank
you.
Glad
Thanks
to
for
be
coming.
here.
Gosh, it just so happened to be the one tournament where you were sponsored by Smarter San Diego.
Right.
So you were your good luck charms.
Exactly.
So I did a lot of promoting of that for you guys. I thought it was really cool that you're out there competing. I know a lot about volleyball. Been watching the AVP for years, from all the way back Karch Karai days and all that stuff. This is amazing. I don't think most people know how hard it is to win a beach volleyball tournament, especially because most of the volleyball players, the really good volleyball players, they're indoor for as long as they can, and then they go to the outdoor stuff and the beach. And so you're playing against really, really tough competitors who've been playing for years at the game of beach volleyball. I'm just curious, how long have you both been playing? How many times have you competed in the AVP so far?
This year was our first full season, but last year we competed in one together and finished 9th, which was good for our first time.
Really
We had to go through the qualifier just to get into the main tournament.
Right.
So this year was our first full season.
First full season.
Yeah.
So at some point, I mean, do you remember everything about the tournament that you won? I mean, do you remember like every match, every point? You guys talk about it. I mean, how does that go?
I mean, some of it was really a blur. I mean, I remember each game, obviously, but oh man, it was just so exciting, especially the last match, our championship match. Like, it was just like a blur. We were just so excited, so pumped. But it was a really cool tournament, a really cool venue with a great crowd. So we were really excited to play it, and it was just a lot of fun playing.
So you guys won in Cincinnati.
Yes.
And well, I feel like at some point you must have had adversity in a tournament. Like it happens in every tournament, right? Was there a match in that tournament where you thought, oh man, we might not make it through this one?
Definitely.
Yeah.
I think our very first match of the tournament, we started out really strong. Like, we're playing really well together, and then there was a weather delay. So we played our first set, and we won pretty well.
Yeah.
And then we had a 2.5-hour delay.
Because of lightning.
And so we took some time off, and then we came back, and they won the second set because we just resumed where we were.
Right.
And at that point, it was like, all right, like, are we going to do this? Like, what's going on? It started raining during that match, and Kelley played so awesome, and we ended up pulling out the win. It was a really tough match.
So that was your first match
Our
of the tournament?
very first match.
Yeah, it was hard coming from winning the first set pretty well and then having just a 2.5-hour break and then not getting a good warm-up. The second set we weren't super ready, and then the third set, because it's 2 out of 3 in beach volleyball. The third set, we had to come from behind. We ended up winning that one. So it was a really close first match.
Yeah.
So.
First set.
That's
Jen,
awesome.
They almost didn't win the first match.
I know.
Yeah.
But they were destined to be here.
Yeah.
Destined to be here. You guys were also at the Pan American Games in Toronto a couple months ago, right?
Yes, we were. We competed for that. That was in July, and it was in Toronto, and we ended up finishing 5th. It was really, really cool setup, and it's basically kind of like a mini Olympics with the Western Hemisphere. So it's North America, South America, and the Caribbean. So teams from all those portions, like all those countries, we competed against. So it was really, really cool tournament, cool setup. So it was really exciting.
You were the only women's beach volleyball team to represent the United States.
Yes,
That's
we were.
so amazing.
Speaking
What an
of
experience.
representing the United
Yep,
States.
let's go there.
Olympics? Have you thought about that at all?
That'd be awesome. Our goal is 2020 for sure.
Really?
2016 isn't in our future. We don't have enough international points to
Gotcha.
even be considered.
Okay.
But yeah, that's definitely a long-term goal for us.
The Olympics. So international points, you're going to have to travel internationally,
Yeah.
play, do well, accumulate points so you can qualify.
Yeah.
Right, and we just both graduated from our universities this past May, June. So we don't have that many international points where these other teams who are trying to qualify for the Olympics have been trying to qualify for the past 2 years. So we kind of got a late start. So we're hoping for 2020.
That's awesome. And we should say, we announced them as the youngest female champions in AVP history. We didn't say how old you guys are. So how old are the youngest AVP female champions?
We're 23.
We both just turned 23 this summer.
23. Okay.
Yeah.
So a lot of people may not realize how it's the beach game is sort of an older game.
Yeah.
You know, you don't see a lot of young people out there, and when you do, they're typically, you know, at the top of the heap. And so you guys have had to deal with a lot of really tough teams if you just go back and look. I'm curious because I asked you about your adversity in the tournament. At what point in that final, because you're at center court, right?
Yeah.
For the final. The semifinal and the final are played at center court,
Yes.
right? So you got to play once in center court. There's a few people there for the semifinal, but for the finals, everybody piles into the stadium that they create and the beach there that they make, the AVP makes. At some point, you must have felt like, I think we're going to win this thing. When was that for each of you?
I think our first set we actually won pretty easily, and we were both
Really?
kind of like
in the
finals.
championship. Yeah.
And we are like, all right, like this is gonna happen. And then we kind of got a little relaxed that second set, and they won. And the third set we were up 7-0, and we were both kind of like, all right, like
That's when you knew.
we gotta
Yeah.
finish. Like we don't want them to come back at all. And yeah.
We started off really strong, and I just felt like we were in control of the match, and so we weren't overly worried when we lost the second set. But the third set, we still had control of the game, and really felt like we had the chance to win. So
That's awesome. Congratulations to you all for winning
Thank
that
you.
tournament.
Thanks.
Such a difficult thing to do. You should be very proud of yourselves, and you have a very bright future. Thank you so much for coming on today.
Thank you.
thank you.
Stick around for more Smarter San Diego TV, where we guarantee to make you smarter than everyone else, commercial free.